Hello, my beautiful friend, and welcome back to another week of the Whole Soul podcast. Today, we are going to be talking about energetic hygiene, especially as a highly sensitive and intuitive woman, and how that is so important. Yet, it's interesting because it's not something that we're taught in school. It's not something that our parents really teach us unless you have really dope ass conscious parents, which I feel like for our generation is pretty rare. Energetic hygiene is critical for your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual health as a woman, especially because as a highly sensitive woman, your field is very highly attuned to everything that is going on around you. You are highly empathic, which makes you very vulnerable to picking up other people's energies. And then you wonder why you're feeling a certain way. Well, honey girl, it's because you're carrying energy that's not even yours and you're mistaking it as yours. And so you end up carrying this weight throughout your days, throughout your weeks, throughout your years. So many times unconsciously, you're carrying these stories and these programs in your mind that are quite literally not true, number one, and they're quite literally not yours, which is why energetic hygiene is crucial. And I also do want to say that it's not some woo-woo concept. It is simply about creating a devotional practice to your energy field, to your aura every single day, so that you can reclaim your energy and stay grounded in your energy, as well as give back the energy to the people or the places or the things from what you are picking up on. I also want to share why I believe that the schooling system, which then impacts our parents, our teachers, our leaders in this world, why they don't teach us how to clear our field. It's because from the day we are born into the society that we live in, we are put into these indoctrination camps, which are the schooling system and colleges that literally train you how to become an employee and work for somebody else. And I don't mean to put a bad rep on college if you're going to be a doctor or a naturopathic doctor or a lawyer, but if you're going to college to learn business, well, you should probably learn from somebody that has actually created a successful business instead of learning from professors who have never created a business, yet they're teaching you about business from what they learned in a textbook. Cricket. Mic drop. Have you ever even thought about that? I'm curious to know because I was in school, I was in college for a year in university, like physically present going to classes, and I was losing my brains over learning business. And I didn't get this until like halfway through the second semester or like first semester. But I was wondering why I was so goddamn bored and it was so hard for me to listen. It's because the teachers of business in the school that I was going to were literally not qualified. They didn't possess the leadership qualities of someone that does business and is empowered within themselves. And so after I left school, I realized, wow, I just spent a lot of money for 1 year going to school and took out loans to literally learn about business from people who don't know shit about business. Like they haven't experienced it or embodied it. They just learned about it through a textbook from another teacher that taught them. Isn't that bananas? But what I'm getting at mainly is that we are not empowered as sovereign beings from the time we go into the schooling system because we are trained to become employees, to work and climb up the corporate ladder. And if that's something that you feel called to do in this life, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. A lot of people, I don't know about a lot, but some people I know actually enjoy corporate. And if that's you, that is totally fine. But I am speaking to the people like me right now who know they're meant to be here to create a big impact in some way, shape, or form, that are entrepreneurial, that are very creative, and know that they want to build something from their heart and soul and lead their life from that way, because they know that when they create their own business and they lead from their heart and their soul and they're excited and like so mega passionate about what they do every single day and showing up for it, that creates a type of magnetism and abundance and wealth that no corporate job can really give you, because you're capped, you have a salary. And this is something that I'm actively rewiring my mind, my body, my heart to fully believe, because I come from the schooling system, and being here in my parents' house back in the States, it has been hard, like really keeping my energy clean and protecting my aura and my field to not let other people's judgments or like concerns of what I'm doing to get to me, because it has many, many times where I have allowed people's doubts to become my own doubts. And they're actually not my own, but some people's doubts are so strong and their judgments are so strong that it becomes stronger than your certainty of yourself and who you are and what you're doing and where you're putting your energy. So I'm speaking to this topic because I know it really well, and I'm actively going through the hoops of continuously rooting down into certainty in myself and my path and direction, because I truly have the most clarity that I've ever had in my life right now. And now begins the journey of continuing that undeniable faith in myself and my vision and what I'm creating, and experiencing the tests around me that come up every day from people asking me what I'm doing, how I'm doing, what's my plan, and if they're working a 9 to 5 or they have some sort of job, projecting their fear of, well, what if it doesn't work out? And to me, I'm like, well, what if I spend my whole life doing something that I don't want to do and suffer, instead of going after my dreams and what I know in my heart and soul that I'm meant to do on such a deep level? So anyways, certainty, energetic hygiene, and protection, because life is going to keep lifing. You are going to have challenging experiences with people, with places, and you can't avoid that. It's a part of life. And instead of hiding away and being afraid and scared of having those interactions, you can do the work within yourself to establish the practices and the routines that keep your energy clean. So, the first thing that I will share, first tip with you that I love doing every single morning: do not go on your phone. Do not open social media apps, at least for the first hour of your day. Do your best to spend your morning in silence. Journal. I do morning pages every single morning. I have been since January, and I swear it's created this sort of mental clarity and peace in my head where I just don't go spiraling down certain thought patterns as much as I used to, because I brain dump and my mind becomes clear. Meditate at least for 5 to 20 minutes every day. It's really simple. If you say you don't have time, wake up a little bit earlier. Especially if you have a dysregulated nervous system, which most of us do. This can be a very easy thing to avoid, and you could just be like, push it off. But I promise you, when you devote to a meditation practice and you feel the effect of it after, let's say, the 20 minutes that you do it, and you do it every single day or like many days in a row, I promise you, you will feel so much more grounded and like clear in yourself. You're so clear and grounded in your energy, and it helps you recognize when there is an external judgment or belief or emotion that starts entering your field. And as soon as you have that awareness that it's coming in, you can send it back with love. Just set the intention. Anywhere you are throughout your day, when you're grounded in yourself and something comes at you, you can just shoo, or aura brush, which is where you take your hand and you just brush it off of you. I swear this somatic response is so helpful and it works. Or you can even give yourself like an aura shower, starting at the top of your head, brushing down your body and just shoo, down your arms. Even like somatic shaking, like reset your nervous system to shake and like bounce, but don't like perform it. Like really allow your head to go nuts and your body to just like fling, and you can let out sounds. The sounds are the most powerful because it allows you to stimulate your vagus nerve and like hum out the vibrations of the emotions that you're holding in your body. So having a morning practice with silence, doing something for yourself, whether it's for your mind, your spirit, or like moving your body, going to yoga, doing your own practice, stretching, going for a run, I don't know, whatever it is for you, do something for yourself first thing in the day. Something really helpful that you can do in the middle of your day, when you're at work, when you are out and about, doing what you do, is to take a moment to check in. Whether it's when you're having lunch, whether it's when you finish a work sprint or a creative sprint, whatever it is that you're doing in your life, have a moment to check in with yourself, put one hand on your heart, close your eyes, and do an audit of your day so far. What has drained my energy, you can ask yourself, and what gave me energy? And you can look at different categories like the interactions you had, the conversations you had, the things that you were doing, and just taking inventory to bring awareness to the things that are draining you versus fueling you. Another thing that you can do midday is do a little bit of a somatic shaky wakey, blah, 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 blah. Reset your nervous system, because a lot of us, we have our midday break, we have our lunch, and we get back into our flow. Whether it's work or our creativity or we're going to the gym, just like getting back in your body is super, super, super helpful. Another thing you can do midday is check in with yourself to see what negative thought forms or loops or belief systems are in your head. Tune into yourself and ask, is this mine? Or is this somebody else's fears that I picked up energetically through my aura, or it just seeped through my aura through the day? And if you can think of a person or a reason why it came to your head, you can do this little practice where you close your eyes and return that belief to the sender. So wherever it came from, or if you don't know where it came from, send it back into the universe. It is not mine to carry. It is not mine to carry, you can say. Like, say that out loud and like use your hand in motion to get it out of your field. Something that I love is also sitting crisscross, inhaling my arms to the sky, and exhale, bring them down to the ground. And as my hands come up and down, I just imagine as I'm inhaling, I'm filling my aura with this beautiful golden shimmery light. And as I exhale, I let go of any energy that is not welcome in my aura and my space. And this is just a nice little grounding practice that is really nice as a midday checkpoint. So we covered the morning and the night, just examples of what you can do to just live a life of more mindfulness around your energetic hygiene. We're going to go into the nighttime. So hopefully you do this at night, but when I shower, I don't always wash my hair at night. I don't wash my hair every day, but when I do, I intentionally step under the water when I first get in and just set this intention and imagine the water just clearing my energy. Anything from the day that I picked up or that I'm carrying on, it can just be washed away by the water. And just this intention alone, just this visualization, I swear it works, because your mind doesn't know the difference between like what you're imagining versus what is actually happening. So as you imagine it, it literally begins to happen and you feel the difference. Try it and you'll see. Something else that you can do is make the space, like set your space to wind down. You can light a candle. If you have an altar, you can go to your altar and just do a little prayer. Say a little prayer, tune into your body, and just ask God or source or spirit or universe, whatever term resonates with you, to help you let go of anything, any energy that isn't yours. And as you sit in this space of prayer and intentionality and really just come back to your center, you can take big, deep breaths as you're doing this. Your energy starts to come back to you and you feel it because you're grounding, you're centering, you're praying, you're connecting to a higher source. And when you connect to a higher source, you start to remember your true nature. You start to realize and feel the connection between you and the creator or universe or source, whatever word resonates with you. Again, something else you can do is a cord cutting ceremony. I know that sounds really woo-woo, but seriously, it's super simple. If somebody is on your mind all day, or if they've been on your mind and you're ready to let go of that cord, because the cord is the connection between you and that person, even if it's not physical, just you thinking about them, having thoughts about them is the cord of your connection. So you can set an intention to cut that cord, close your eyes, do a little visualization of cutting the cord. Or if that isn't enough, you can write down the name on a piece of paper and either burn it, or you can cut it up or rip it apart, throw it out or burn it, whatever works best for you to actually help release that energy. Because a lot of times when you are thinking a lot about somebody and you're just having thoughts about them, it's either you thinking about them, or if you're not and you're kind of like, why is this person always in my head? It's because that person is thinking of you and they are sending you energy. So if you don't want to receive that, if you want to cut the cord, you can cut the cord. You fully have the free will to do that. And it's really actually good for your energetic hygiene as well. And the last practice and thing you can do that I will share with you is you can sage the room, you can Palo Santo the room. If you wonder why churches and temples and mosques do this, it's because it is such an ancient and sacred tradition and ritual where you smoke the room with either copal or like the things I said before, because it's known to clear energy or bad spirits. So when you do that around your room, just set the intention of God, creator, source, universe, please help me clear this room and this space so that my energy is protected and my energy is clear. So that's what I will leave you with today for energetic hygiene. As a highly sensitive woman, this is critical for you. Otherwise, you will walk around this life burned, overwhelmed, overstimulated, anxious, and you won't know why. And I promise you, as you start to implement these practices and just like play around with it, have fun with it, and be very mindful of your energy, who you're giving it to, where it's going, and what is coming into your field, because that really does have a huge, huge impact on you, whether you know it or not, and whether you like it or not. I hope this episode resonated with you. If it did, please rate this podcast on Spotify, give it a follow to stay tuned for more episodes, which I release every single Friday. And if you are interested in working together one-on-one, I'm offering one-on-one coaching right now for holistic nutrition, somatic work and nervous system regulation, connecting deeper to your cycle and your womb wisdom, fitness, and honestly, just connecting deeper to your soul, your alignment, uncovering limiting beliefs, and stepping into your next level embodiment of self. I'm really excited for this offering. I'm excited to see who it calls in and to really help you transform your life and create a new foundation from which you can flourish and thrive. And if you feel called to join a community of women, highly sensitive women who are seeking authentic connection and vulnerability and honestly just personal and spiritual growth. My community, the Whole Soul Collective, will be opening up in the next few weeks again. We're actually in the middle of doing an Artist's Way container, which ends soon. But once that is open, I will be opening the community up for women to join again. So if that interests you, send me a DM on Instagram at Claudia Isabella or the Whole Soul Collective, and I will see you next week.